Welcome to Army National Guard 3-Minute Doctrine with me, Sergeant First Class Aaron Heft. On July 1st, 1863, the Union Army sent the 19th Indiana and badly battered elements of the 1st Corps to Culp's Hill to occupy key terrain and establish a defense of the hill. Over the next 2 days, hundreds of men would fight and fall on the slopes of that hill in one of the most understudied portions of the Battle of Gettysburg. Union forces on Culp's Hill were successful because even 150 years ago, they exercised the key elements of defensive operations. What is a defense? A defensive operation is an operation to defeat an enemy attack, gain time, economize forces, and develop conditions favorable for offensive and stability operations. ADP 3-90, Offense and Defense, articulates how Army forces conduct the offense and defense. It shows how a commander selects the tactics required to defeat the enemy in a variety of operations with a variety of assets. According to ADP 3-90, while the offense is more destructive, the defense is usually stronger. To effectively establish a defense, a commander must understand the characteristics of defensive operations. So what are the characteristics of a defense? Disruption, flexibility, maneuver, mass and concentration, operations in depth, preparation, and security are all defensive characteristics used by commanders to regain the initiative. That's all well and good, but how do we apply that? Disruption. Disruption actions include deceiving or destroying enemy reconnaissance forces, breaking up combat formations, separating echelons, and impeding enemy forces' ability to synchronize its combined arms. On July 3rd, when Confederate forces advanced on the hill's lower positions, Connecticut and Maryland troops advanced and attacked their flank, disrupting their advance. Flexibility. Defensive operations require flexible plans that anticipate enemy actions and allocate resources accordingly. Commanders shift the main effort as required. They plan battle positions in depth and the use of reserves in spoiling attacks and counterattacks. Maneuver. Maneuver allows a defending force to achieve and exploit a position of advantage over an enemy force. Even in the defense, there are elements of the offense. Mass and concentration. Defending forces seek to mass and concentrate effects against enemy forces. This action produces overwhelming combat power at specific locations to support their decisive operations. On both July 2nd and July 3rd, Union forces demonstrated flexibility, maneuver, mass, and concentration on Culp's Hill by shifting units from position to position to maximize their defensive posture. These men were heavily battered by previous fighting, but they ensured wherever the threat appeared, they had the men needed to hold it off. Operations in depth. Operations in depth are the simultaneous application of combat power throughout an area of operations. Commanders create conditions by disrupting enemy long-range fires, sustainment, and command and control. In addition to the men occupying the hill itself, Union batteries along Baltimore Pike and on Powers Hill wreaked havoc on the Confederate attacking units and support positions. Preparation. Defending units prepare their AOs before attacking enemy forces arrive. Defending forces study the terrain, study enemy forces, and prepare engagement areas. Just occupying the terrain was not enough for Union forces to defend it. Arriving soldiers created breastworks, entrenchments, and utilized rock walls and stone features on the hill to establish defensive cover. Security. Security operations prevent enemy intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance assets from determining friendly locations, strengths, and weaknesses. Union forces not on Culp's Hill, such as those near Spangler Spring, acted as security units, offering early warning and disrupting attacks headed for the main objective on Culp's Hill. So when you're planning your next defensive operation, remember to reference some doctrine and draw from the experience of those who came before us.